Reconciling your accounts will make sure that you have all of your transactions accounted for each month. But when you have transactions that have not cleared the bank, you need to make sure that you're taking care of these as well so that you don't have incorrect data in your financial statements. It's important to clean these items up in a timely manner so that you're not over or understating your net income for a specific period of time. And taking the time to clean these items up prior to the end of the year will help you prepare for your upcoming tax return. In today's podcast episode, I cover what an uncleared transaction is, as well as how to decide what you need to do to clean it up so that your financials are correct, especially if you find an uncleared transaction from a prior period that has already been closed or your tax return has already been filed. Some of these situations can get tricky, but it doesn't matter if you're a self-employed individual, a solopreneur, entrepreneur, mompreneur, freelancer, business owner, bookkeeper, or virtual assistant. It's important to make sure that you're following these processes to ensure that your financial statements correctly reflect your income. If you're a business owner who wants to take your business to the next level, whether you're starting a business, you're building your business, or you're serious about growing your business, I want to invite you to work with me so that you can meet your goals in the most accelerated, streamlined, and efficient way possible that also aligns with your life and the impact that you want to make with your business. As a CPA, business strategist, and coach, I've created 2 options for you to choose from when you work with me. The first is my Mastering Your Small Business Finances Profit Lab. This is a group program where we have live weekly business meetings and coaching sessions to answer your questions so that you can generate revenues and increase the profit in your business. You can learn more about the Profit Lab by going to financialadventure.com/profit. Or if you like the idea of working with me on a more private, one-on-one basis, you can schedule a free consultation session where we'll go over where you currently are in your business and where you'd like to see yourself and your business in the future. During this session, we'll begin to map out the steps you need to take to achieve your goals. I'm helping my clients start their businesses, become more profitable, set strategies to move their business forward, and take control of their business and their finances while allowing them the balance and ability to enjoy their personal lives by utilizing business strategy, coaching, mentorship, and support. You can schedule your session today by going to financialadventure.com and clicking on the Work With Me button. By taking action in your business, you'll achieve your goals. By keeping everything simple, you'll avoid confusion and overwhelm. You'll understand your business finances, your next steps, and you'll follow through with the vision that you have for your business. My goal is to help you dream big, follow your heart, and love what you do. You're listening to the Mastering Your Small Business Finances podcast, where we get straight to the point on topics that ultimately affect your bottom line. That's right, as an entrepreneur with a small business, money management, growth, marketing, they all affect your bottom line. I'm your host, Chris Ponick. I'm a certified public accountant, and I've been helping small business owners like you navigate and easily understand these complicated topics for over 25 years. I'm a wife, a mom, a grandmother, and a small business owner myself, so I know your time is valuable. In my free time, I make the best sugar cookies and have mastered an amazing chocolate chip cookie recipe. And that's not just my opinion. You're in the right place. I promise your time will be well spent here. Each week, you'll gain confidence and clarity while making a successful impact on your business and grow your bottom line. Get comfy, grab a cookie, and let's get straight to the point with this week's episode. Welcome back. Whenever you find an uncleared transaction in your books, you need to follow through with it to see how you should handle it properly so that your income is reflected correctly. You may find uncleared transactions if you're doing your bookkeeping manually or when utilizing a computerized software system such as QuickBooks Desktop or QuickBooks Online. In this episode, I'll be referring to cleaning up your uncleared transactions when using QuickBooks Desktop or QuickBooks Online, since they're such widely used programs. But regardless of which system you're using for your bookkeeping, you can follow these same processes. And if you're interested in purchasing QuickBooks Online, you can go to financialadventure.com/QuickBooks to receive 30% off your first 6 months. Let's start with what a cleared transaction is. If you have a cleared transaction, you'll have a transaction that's listed in your books, and the bank will show the transaction as clearing as well. An uncleared transaction is when there's a transaction that's been recorded in your bookkeeping system that has never cleared the bank. This means that either the bank never cashed a check or a deposit may have never been recorded on your bank statement. When this happens, you need to do a little bit of research to find out why the transaction hasn't cleared the bank so that you know exactly what you need to do with it to clear it up on your books. Any uncleared transactions are also recorded in your book balance, but your bank will not show this amount. For example, if you wrote a check out for $1,000 to one of your vendors, but the check still shows that it's uncleared, it would mean that the vendor probably never cashed the check, and the bank never deducted the money from your bank account. This will cause you to have a different balance in your book balance than the bank shows for your bank balance. These uncleared transactions can show up in your bank checking and savings accounts, your credit card accounts, loans, or other accounts that you might have for your business. Not only is it important to reconcile your balances each month to ensure that you have all of your transactions accounted for, but you also want to make sure that you're looking into any uncleared transactions as soon as possible so that your financial statements are accurate. Uncleared checks could be overstating your expenses, and any uncleared deposits may be overstating your revenues or your sales. So how do you know if you have any uncleared transactions that you need to clean up? One of the best ways is to look at what has not cleared when you're doing your bank reconciliation. If you're utilizing QuickBooks Desktop or QuickBooks Online, you're probably familiar with their bank reconciliation feature. When you go to reconcile your account, you simply check off each item that has cleared your bank statement, whether it was a check or withdrawal or a deposit to your account. When you have successfully checked off each item that has cleared your bank, the difference will be 0, which means that you've successfully reconciled your account. But before you click on the Reconcile Now button, take a few minutes to review the unchecked transactions. These are all the transactions that have not cleared yet and the items that could be causing you to have an incorrect balance or impact your balance sheet or your income statement reports. If you're seeing transactions that are listed with dates that are after the statement cutoff date, that only makes sense that they would not have cleared yet, since they would clear after the statement date. But you do want to dig deeper into any uncleared transaction that has a date prior to the statement cutoff date. You might want to create a process that requires you to look into any transaction that's at least 30 days older than the statement date to give your transaction some time to clear. When you do this, it's easy to look over all the items that have not cleared. The next step is to find out why your uncleared transactions haven't cleared yet. Here's where you'll need to do a little bit of investigating. Let's take, for example, that $1,000 check we talked about earlier that you wrote out to one of your vendors. You may want to double check that you didn't duplicate the check first. If you don't believe the check has been duplicated or entered twice into your bookkeeping system, you could contact the vendor to see if they still show that amount is owed by you. Maybe the check got lost in the mail and you need to reissue it to the vendor. If it is indeed a duplicate entry, you'd need to void the transaction. you would need to do this same investigation with any deposits that you might show as uncleared as well. Once you know what's happening with your uncleared transactions, it's time to clean them up. One important thing to consider when you're cleaning up transactions is to pay attention to the date the original transaction was recorded. If you're preparing financial statements and closing the date on them each year so that you can prepare your tax return, or if you set a closing date each month, you want to make sure that you don't change any of your information for those prior periods unless you check with your tax preparer or accountant to see if you need to amend your tax return with these changes. If you're cleaning up a transaction from a prior period or a closed period, and your tax preparer or accountant advises you to make the changes in the current year, you would more than likely need to create a journal entry to reflect these changes in the current period or month. To create a journal entry, you'll need to go to the Company tab and select Create a Journal Entry. From here, you'll be able to create the journal entry to clear your uncleared transaction. You'll enter the account that you're clearing the transaction for as either a debit or a credit, and depending on your situation, you'll offset this amount by the original expense or account that was used in the original transaction. If you're making changes to a current period, you could easily either void or delete the transaction if it was a duplicate or error. If you need to reissue a check, you could go back to the original check and simply check the To Be Printed box and print a new check. Make sure that when you're making any adjustments like this that you make a note of the old check or the transaction for your records. Once you've taken care of the uncleared transactions, you should be able to check them off on your bank reconciliation. If you created a journal entry to clean up the uncleared transaction, you'll see the original transaction in the bank reconciliation screen, as well as the journal entry that you created on the opposite side. You'll be able to check off each item, and you will again be in balance and then can reconcile your account. You know that I highly recommend that you reconcile your accounts on at least a monthly basis. When you do this, you can easily keep an eye on items that are not clearing your bank statement. By monitoring these transactions each month, you'll ensure that your financial statements are not only timely, but they'll be accurate as well. I find uncleared transactions to be one of the major issues that I help my clients with. There's times when we're cleaning up multiple transactions that are uncleared from not only the last year, but sometimes these transactions can go back 5 to 10 years. If you can stay on top of your uncleared transactions and don't let them get out of control, you'll be able to catch these items sooner, you'll be able to have a better recollection of what's happening with the transaction, and you'll have more confidence in your book balances. When you're current with your bookkeeping, it just makes everything easier. Schedule time every day, week, or month to do your bookkeeping, and you'll start seeing positive results by not only knowing how your business is doing, but you'll start to feel that you're able to accomplish your bookkeeping tasks confidently as well. When your bookkeeping is up to date, think about how much more satisfying your business will be, as well as the peace of mind that you'll have knowing that everything is accurate and you can make sound business decisions from this data. Having your bookkeeping up to date in this last part of the year will also help you make good tax decisions and have strategies in place so that you can save money on your taxes. You'll know exactly how you are sitting for taxable income this year compared to last year at this time, and if it would be beneficial for you to include additional expenses that you've been thinking about making this year. Being strategic about your expenses could save you from paying additional taxes. If your bookkeeping isn't up to date, you won't have this availability to strategize and make good decisions before the end of the year. Imagine having a system in place where you spend less time buried in paperwork and more time doing what you love. That's where I help my clients. They're able to have proper processes in place, understand why they're following through with these processes, and they have more peace of mind when it comes to their business. Striking a balance between the demands of running a business and maintaining a fulfilling personal life is an art. It's about creating an environment where you can thrive and support the lifestyle you want. By being proactive and setting up efficient processes, you can ensure a smoother, more enjoyable year-end, and you'll be prepared to file any necessary filings with the IRS. By working with me, you'll change more than just your bookkeeping processes. Like many of the clients I've worked with, you'll go from not knowing how to get through all the stressful situations or being unprepared to being totally in control of exactly what you're choosing to get done at the time you want to have it accomplished by, all while knowing you're doing enough and you're able to enjoy your business and your personal life. I help clients just like you with strategy, mentorship, and coaching. When you work with me, you'll show up much more differently than you do today. And after all, this is ultimately what you want in your life, right? You can be stress-free in both your professional and your personal life. Come and join me. When I work with clients throughout the year, they're able to reduce their stress and overwhelm, understand how to master their small business finances, develop solutions to grow their bottom line, and create a work-life balance that they truly enjoy. I encourage you to take the next step by signing up for a free consultation where I'm going to teach you the first step in my process so that you can eliminate stress, overwhelm, or overworking in your professional or your personal life, while you continue to get done what matters so that you can live your life with joy, purpose, and a more fulfilled life. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions you have. I'd love to help you on this journey. You can schedule your free consultation or sign up for a coaching session today at financialadventure.com. As a certified public accountant and certified life coach, I can help you set goals and develop a plan that will allow you to lead a happier and more sustainable life in your business, your career, or your personal life. I'm here to guide you through the financial aspects of your business, as well as help you focus on the strategies that you need to follow to reach the success that you want to achieve in your professional or personal life, and stay committed so that you can continue to keep pushing forward and relieve the stress, anxiety, and overwhelm that you're currently feeling. Having an accountant and certified life coach like me can provide you with valuable insights and ideas to help you simplify your life, which enables you to go back to enjoying your professional and your personal life. I work with business owners, accountants, and other financial professionals to create the actionable steps that they need to take to ultimately achieve their goals, while getting relief from the stress and overwhelm they feel from the pressure of owning a business, deadlines, and the workload they face every day. If you're struggling with this as well and would like some help developing a solution, help strengthen and maintain your emotional health, increase your well-being, create a more positive, happy, and joyful life, set and achieve your goals, and manage your relationships, I'd love for you to join me in my Balanced Life Coaching Program so that you can live a more purposeful life. Each week we meet privately one-on-one, and you get to bring whatever is on your mind on any given week. I also have a daily coaching program where you can talk to me whenever it works best for you, 24/7, any day of the week. In either program, you get to work on your highest priority, whatever you want more of in your life, or if there's something that's weighing on you heavily that you need coaching on, and we'll work through it together. Having a certified life coach like me helping you through all of this allows you to feel so seen and cared for, and the results are amazing. Everyone benefits when they work with a certified life coach. After every session, you feel energized and you know exactly what to do for the day or the week to come, and relief knowing that we'll meet again to go over anything that comes up after your session. You'll gain self-awareness while you take each step towards your goals. The investment in either of these programs is an easy yes for you. I've set these programs up in the most supportive way. If you're ready to join the Balanced Life Coaching Program, you can go to financialadventure.com and click on the Work With Me button. You'll see the link to join as well as additional information about the programs. Sign up now. There are limited spots available for these programs due to the one-on-one aspect, and they do sell out. If the payment link is gone, you can get on my wait list to join the programs when additional spots are available. I help people get results and live a more joyful life. I coach everybody on everything. I know there's something that you want in your life, and I can help you get it. I know this is something that you've been waiting for. I've been asked by many of my listeners to create these exact programs. The faster that you get access to the program, the quicker you'll see the possibilities that are available to you. I also have a risk-free guarantee. I believe so strongly that everyone benefits from coaching that when you sign up for the Balanced Life Coaching Program today, if for any reason you're not satisfied with your first session, you can send us an email and we'll refund you immediately. Are you ready to enjoy your life now? Why would you want to wait? Make this investment for yourself. Take the journey with me. Make it happen for yourself. Ask yourself why you need this program in your life right now. Are you ready to make bigger, bolder, stronger life goals? I'm looking forward to meeting with you soon and digging deeper to see where you currently are in your business or your career, and start creating actionable steps so that you can reach your vision and your goals for the future, not only in your business or your career, but also in your personal life. I'm ready to work with you, see all of your successes, and watch you thrive in your business or your career while creating your best work-life balance. I'll post links to this and other valuable resources for business owners and accountants where you're listening to this podcast. And you know I'm going to ask, what's at least one thing that you'll take away from this episode that will help your business succeed and grow your bottom line? If you need some accountability, join our private Facebook community and post your action item. We'd love to support you. Thanks for taking the time to tune into this episode of Mastering Your Small Business Finances. If you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed creating it for you, I'd love for you to give it a 5-star rating and subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode. Visit financialadventure.com for the show notes, links from this episode, and while you're there, leave a comment if you have a topic you're interested in learning more about that affects your bottom line. If you're looking for a community where you can ask questions and get feedback about your small business, join my private Facebook group. You can find the links to this group and more on financialadventure.com. And remember, any financial information shared on this podcast is not to be considered professional, financial, or tax advice and should not be solely relied upon. Please consult your CPA or tax advisor for an opinion on your specific circumstances. I'm looking forward to having you tune in next time. Until then, dream big, follow your heart, and love what you do.